This is going to be a video product review of the professional Lavalier microphone for iPhone, for your camera, for your PC, for your Android. Omnidirectional lapel mic with Furry windscreen. We've got two Furries over. Well, we've got windscreens and a little Furry over there. For YouTube, conference, vlogging, blogging, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so it comes with the windscreen and the that cap thing. I forget what it's called. We have the microphone over here. Little clip-on. Let's see how hard is this clip. Yikes, that is tight. If you have arthritis, this might be a little difficult. This is really definitely tight. Okay, and tight is good sometimes, isn't it? Okay, we have a cable with a USB that would go into your PC or a charging thing, and we have the newer, what is that called, micro USB that would plug into this. Now the thing I didn't know about this is this has rechargeable batteries. So I'm going to talk about this a little bit, then I'll talk about some other stuff. Rechargeable batteries has an adapter. This is called the 3.5 millimeter, or we would call this in the US a 1/8 inch plug. And this is called the 6.5 millimeter, or in the US we would call it a 1/4 phono plug. So I didn't know it at the time, but it's got a rechargeable battery, which is kind of cool. The thing I don't like about, well, let me talk about some of the videos that I've done. I bought the Tascam, which I thought was a piece of junk, really cheap. And I just want to use this for my YouTube videos. I've got the camera that I'm recording on now has terrible audio. The cheaper camera that I use has really good audio, but the 4K camera, obviously the microphones are in the front. It's got a 5 microphone system, and when I'm standing behind the camera and talking, you just cannot hear me well, and I have to go in there and fix the audio. So I bought the Tascam, and I bought the Zoom. You can find the video reviews on my channel, and first off I thought, this is a lot of work to do for recording audio. I just want something really simple. I can't even find it right now. I've got an old digital audio recorder. Very simple. You just press a couple buttons, it starts recording, and then you connect it to the USB on the PC, and you transfer your files. The Tascam and the Zoom, so much work, so many knobs and dials and menus, tons of menus. I know once you set it up, you shouldn't have to deal with it again, but just a lot of trouble for me. And usually I'm out there shooting video. I don't want to walk around with those big things. I didn't want to clamp it to the camera. It's just too much trouble for me, just a hassle. If you need something like that, then you use it. But for me, I just want it really simple. And I would rather carry the camera and do the audio editing and increase the audio if I need to in post-production. So, back to this. We have where's the switch? We have a switch over here. Camera or phone. So I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe camera will not use, it doesn't need, the camera will provide the power. The camera should provide the power to your, to the microphone. So you don't really need to worry about providing power with the battery that's in here. With the cell phone, it doesn't have the capability, doesn't have enough battery juice to be able to provide power to the mic, so that's when you switch this over to phone, and this will be powered by the internal battery. The thing that I was really impressed with is that it's got rechargeable batteries. Most of these things you end up putting in the button batteries, and after a few hours you're in trouble. Of course, you're going to run into that anytime you're using this or the Tascam or the Zoom. You're dealing with batteries, and when they die, you can't record anymore. And that's the advantage of having a good camera with good mics, which I don't know if that's possible. So what else? We have the little charging port over there, the USB charging port that I was talking to you about. We have 2 lights. When you turn it on, that shows that it's on, and there's a second light above that when you plug in the charging thing, I think it turns red, and when it's charged it goes off. And then we have the off switch. It's kind of hard to feel. The switch really doesn't move that much. That's off, that's on for regular recording. And then you go up a little further for, I think it's a low noise filter. It should get rid of some wind or maybe fan noise or rumble or trucks driving by, some of that groaning, moaning sound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this out. So far, everything that I have purchased has gone right back. As I said, I didn't like the Tascam, I didn't like the zoom. I was impressed with the quality of the audio, I just didn't want to deal with all the problems. I bought the Rode mic, you can find the video on my channel, and massive noise, massive noise. Maybe it's just my camera. I've got a camera, it's a Panasonic, it's got very good preamps in there, and I returned the mic. I used it, and one setting was okay, but I just thought it was terrible outdoors. Wasn't worth the hassle to set it up. It looked ridiculous. I think it had the red rubber, and it just looked too much trouble for me. I bought the Boya, B-O-Y-A, and that was a little better, but not by much. So we're going to be testing this one out now. On my camera, I have different settings, so that's what I'm going to be using. I believe it's 0, which is just using no increase or decrease. Then I think it's +3, +6, +9, +12, and then I believe on the other side it's -3, -6, -9, -12. So this is going to be just a nightmare of a review, but it's going to be helpful, I think. What I'm going to be doing is, this is just going to be multiple things to test on. I think I'm going to do, the regular setting +3, +6, +9, +12. The regular setting -3, -6, -9, -12. Then I'm going to go back and do the low noise, and I might even put a fan on in the background. Maybe, I don't know. I probably will. And we'll do the same test over, +3, +6, +9, +12, -3, -6, -9, -12. And I'll listen to all of those when I'm doing my post-production, and we will find out together. Is this worth it? This sells for about $21. Other companies sell these for about $19. There's one that's round instead of square like this. They all make sometimes these mics are made by the same company in China, and everybody resells at different prices. And this, I don't think that's the case, because, well, maybe it is, but this is a different size case than the round one. So hopefully you like the video. I know I've been talking too long. Check out the video description. I'm going to leave a link if you want to purchase this. Click on the Amazon affiliate link. It will help me out. Please do a thumbs up, a subscribe, a like, a share on all my videos. It definitely helps me out. So let's go do the review now, and we'll see what happens. This, again, is a 3 and a 4. What are they? I can't remember what these are called. So on a cell phone, you need 4 of these. On a camera, you only need 3 of these. And I think one is left channel, one's right channel. One, I believe, is ground, and I think the other is power. I think one of them is power, which is used for the cell phone and for, not for this, I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. I don't know, but I'm left and right and ground, and I think one is power. Either shoots power in or doesn't shoot power in. Time for the testing. Here we go, people. One thing I do want to say is they give you a massive amount of cable here. It says rechargeable battery can last 40 to 50 hours. Metal material, the main body of the clip. Mic is aluminum. Don't drop it. For iPhone 7 and later series, use the 3.5 lightning adapter for your iPhone box. Some Android smartphones need to download external video recording software for normal vlogging, whatever you want to call that. It's got 16 ratings on this one, and all of them are 100%, which I always question. Hold on. Product has been sold for about 6 months, and all 16 reviews are within the last couple of months, and they're all rated as 5. So they're verified purchasers. Who knows what to say about that? That's usually a red flag for me, but we're going to find out. This comes with massive amount of cable, just an incredible amount, almost an annoying amount of cable. It would be nice if there were plugs and jacks on here so you could disconnect. The price is reasonable enough that if it breaks over here, you just replace it. Let's test it out. Microphone is on. We are recording. I have this mounted on my shirt. I don't know if it's working. I have absolutely no idea. I've got it set to camera. We can see over there. It's not set to the phone. It's set to the camera. Whoops. I am recording right now on the auto setting of the camera. And there are going to be numerous tests that are going to be done because we have the auto setting, then we have the automatic gain control on, and it has those 8 settings, and then I'm going to be doing it with the automatic gain control off. Still not sure if I'm going to do it with the noise filter or not. Again, this is auto setting. We are now recording on automatic gain control on. 0 dB correction. I do see that it is recording. I see the gauges on the camera showing that some audio is being recorded. I just don't know what. Again, automatic gain control on. The mic is right below my mouth on my shirt. 0 dB correction. Second test, we are at automatic gain control on. Plus 3 dB correction, automatic gain control on, plus 3 dB correction. I am now at automatic gain control on, plus 6 dB correction. Automatic gain control on, plus 6 dB correction. I am now automatic gain control on, plus 9 dB correction. Automatic gain control on, plus 9 dB correction. We are now automatic gain control on, plus 12 dB correction. Automatic gain control on, plus 12 dB correction. Looking at the audio graph on the camera, I can't tell the difference between 0, plus 3, plus 6, plus 9, plus 12. So that is why I need to do this test and this review. Next phase of the testing, we are at automatic gain control on, minus 3 dB correction, minus 3 dB correction. We are automatic gain control on, minus 6 dB correction. Automatic gain control on, minus 6 dB correction. We are automatic gain control on, minus 9 dB correction, minus 9 dB correction. And I thought that I was going to say I saw 2 red bars on the video graph, or I can't really tell with the camera so far. We are automatic gain control on, minus 12 dB correction. Minus 12 dB correction. I read somewhere where it said when you are doing recording with the Zoom or the Tascam, you should always record at a minus 12 dB. That's the optimal, the optimum, the best setting to use when you're doing recordings, minus 12 dB. I don't know why, but I did notice that when I did the minus 12 dB, when I used both of those, that I ended up doing the gain increase in the post-production anyway. But the audio on both of those was crystal clear and very crisp with minus 12 dB and with others. So now we're going to go with the settings of the automatic gain control off, which I will do next. We are at automatic gain control off. 0 dB correction, automatic gain control off, 0 dB correction. We are on automatic gain control off, plus 3 dB correction, plus 3 dB correction. We are on automatic gain control off, plus 6 dB correction. Automatic gain control off, plus 6 dB correction. We are at automatic gain control off, plus 9 dB correction. Gain control off, plus 9 dB correction. We are automatic gain control off, plus 12 dB correction. Automatic gain control off, plus 12 dB correction. We are at automatic gain control off, minus 3 dB correction. Or as I would say in my DJ voice, minus 3 dB correction. We are automatic gain control off. What the heck did I just set this to? Minus 6 dB correction, minus 6 dB correction. We are at automatic gain control off, minus 9 dB correction, minus 9 dB correction. We are automatic gain control off, minus 12 dB correction. The white zone is for immediate load. The white zone is for immediate loading and unloading of passengers only, minus 12 dB correction. I'm really curious about something. I might end up blowing out my camera, but I want to try something. I want to see what happens. Right now I see the gauge as I'm talking. I want to see what happens when I move this to phone. Absolutely dead. No, nothing at all when I set it to phone. Okay, I think what I want to do now, even though this video's gone on a long time, I want to do the low noise test. It's going to take a while. I'm not going to set up a fan. I just want to see what the difference is. So let's try that out. We're going to go through this whole thing all over again. I have to go through a whole bunch of menu settings to do this on the phone, on the camera. So a lot of different menus, but here we are right now. We are using the low noise feature. Let's make sure that that's set. Yeah, the low noise feature. Ooh. Yeah, there's no low noise in here or anything. There's no fan. I don't really want to mess with that right now. I just want to see what it's going to do. Automatic setting on the camera. And now we're going to go through the rest of the settings. Wow, I just noticed something that I didn't really even see before. On my minus, on the plus settings, it goes up to plus 12 dB, but on the minus, it goes way, way down, even lower, like to minus 30 or something, or minus 20 something. I didn't notice that. So the beginning part of the test didn't include that. Right now, I believe we are on automatic gain control on, AGC on, 0 correction. With the low filter. We have automatic gain control on, plus 3 dB correction with the low noise filter on. Automatic gain control on, plus 6 dB correction with the low noise filter on, plus 6 with the low noise filter on. Automatic gain control on, plus 9 dB correction, low noise filter on. Please park your car next to the curb. Back again, automatic gain control on, plus 12 dB correction, low noise filter on, and I am unable to speak properly tonight. We are automatic gain control on, minus 3 dB correction with the low noise filter on. Minus 3 dB. Automatic gain control on, low noise filter on, minus 6 dB correction. Please park your car in the yellow zone. Back again, minus 9 dB. Automatic gain control on, minus 9 dB. With the low noise filter on. Automatic gain control on, minus 12 dB. It's so hard to remember from 2 seconds ago which one I had it set at because I'm doing this so much. Automatic gain control on, minus 12 dB, low noise filter on. And we're going to continue the test. This is minus 15. I didn't do that with the low filter off, but since I noticed it, we're going to do that now. Automatic gain control on, minus 15 dB correction with the low noise filter on. Oh my God. Whew, I'm getting tired. Here we are, minus 18. Minus 18 correction, automatic gain control on, low noise filter on, minus 18 dB. Remember, we did not go this low when I was doing it with the low filter off. Minus 21 dB. The reason I'm flipping out, I'm listening to my neighbor outside with the doors closed, and she's out there sneezing and coughing. And I know she's not wearing a mask. Thankfully, I'm not out there because we're still in the shutdown and the virus, and unbelievable. Unbelievable how many people I hear sitting outside on their balconies and walking around, coughing and choking. And automatic gain control on, minus 21 dB. I remembered it this time. Low noise filter on. Almost done. Minus 24 dB, automatic gain control on, minus 24 dB correction, low noise filter on. Two more, I think. Minus 27 dB correction, minus 27 dB correction, automatic gain control on, with the noise filter, the low noise filter on. And finally, minus 30 dB correction, minus 30 dB, automatic gain control on, low noise filter on. So now we're going to do the AGC, the automatic gain control off, and we're going to finish this test up, this review. Interesting now, as I'm watching the display on the camera, the audio display is totally different than it was before. So this might be an optimal setting. I'll find out soon. We are almost done. 0 dB correction, 0 dB correction. AGC is off, low filter is on. So I want you to remember when I just did the things going from negative 12 and above to negative 30, I did not do that same test with the low noise filter off, but I don't think it really matters at this point. Automatic gain control off, plus 3 dB correction, automatic gain off, plus 3 dB correction with the low noise filter on. Now I'm seeing, yeah, the display is totally different with this, with the mic on the camera. Let's keep going. Automatic gain control, AGC is off, plus, not thinking well, plus 6 dB correction, plus 6 dB correction, low noise filter is on. Plus 9 correction. It helps when I say that right after I look at it because I'm just not thinking well, I'm so tired. AGC is off, plus 9 dB correction, low noise filter is on. I don't know what's going to happen with this test. I've returned so many mics, it would be nice to be able to keep something. I don't know if I'm ever going to use it, but it would be nice to be able to have this mic to keep. And there we are on the plus side. AGC off, plus 12 dB correction, low noise filter on, low noise on, plus 12 dB. AGC is off, AGC is off, low noise filter is on, minus 3 dB correction, so we've got about 10 more of these and then we're done with the video. Minus 3 dB correction, AGC off. Minus 6 dB correction, minus 6 AGC off, minus 6 low filter on. Minus 9 dB correction, AGC off, minus 9 dB correction, low noise filter on, what am I saying? 9 dB, minus 9 dB correction, low filter on. There we are again at the minus 12. Remember I told you all the things that I read said you always want to record it as a minus 12 dB going into your camera. Well, we are at minus 12 dB, AGC off, low noise filter on, and hopefully you can hear this right now. What I'm going to do, since I don't want to record again after I do post-production with this thing, is I will just leave a comment in the on the video saying if I think I should keep it or not. Minus 15 dB, 12, what am I saying, 12? Minus 15 dB, AGC off, low noise filter on, minus 15 dB. Minus 18 dB correction, AGC off, minus 18 dB, low filter on. minus 21 dB correction, minus 21 dB AGC off, low filter on. I don't know how this is going to sound when I'm outdoors recording. Usually I have a lot of wind where I'm at, and I talk from behind the camera, and lots of wind going into the microphone. But with the camera, it handles it pretty well. It just doesn't hear my voice as good as the cheaper camera does. A few more to go. I think it just said minus 24. If it didn't, then I'm going to have to redo this. I believe it's AGC off, minus 24 dB, low filter on. Second to the last, minus 27 dB, minus 27 dB. It is so weird how this thing works on the camera with the little display. Now I'm not seeing the red, like I'm overloading. The lower I go in the dBs, the better it seems to be. I don't know what it sounds like, but we are at AGC off, minus 27 dB, and low filter on. And believe me, this could not come soon enough. I just did 2 other videos, and now I'm doing this one. I don't see it showing red on the camera, so I don't really understand what all of this is about. We're at minus 30 dB, minus 30 dB. AGC off, low noise filter on. I have this attached to my shirt, and I think that's going to be the end of the video review. I will probably leave comments, which you've already seen if you're at this point, on the screen, and post my final decision on what I am going to do.